Chapter 1. Introduction. The Mystery of Astral Projection. Have you ever felt like you were out of your body? As if your physical existence was here, but your consciousness was wandering in a different dimension? Have you ever experienced a strange moment between sleep and wakefulness? Or have you ever found yourself floating in your room in your dreams? If you have experienced these, perhaps you have unknowingly touched the boundaries of astral projection. Astral projection has been a subject of curiosity for centuries. Some say it is a mystical reality, while others say it is merely an illusion of consciousness. This experience, in which the soul can leave the body and move to different dimensions, holds an important place in esoteric teachings, the belief systems of ancient civilizations, and modern spiritualism. Many teachings, from ancient Egypt to Tibet, from shaman traditions to modern New Age movements, claim that human consciousness can transcend the boundaries of the body. But is this really possible? Can human consciousness leave its physical body and move to another plane? Or is astral projection merely an illusion produced by our brain? What does science say about this? How does mysticism explain this experience? In this video, we will examine what astral projection is, how it has been perceived throughout history, how scientific research has addressed this phenomenon, and what people who claim to have experienced it have said. If you are also after the unknown and want to learn more about this subject, watch the video until the end. Now let's start by exploring what astral projection means and how it is defined in mystical teachings. Chapter 2. What is astral travel? Perspective of mysticism. Astral travel is defined as an experience in which the soul leaves the physical body and moves to a different plane, and can move consciously in this process. In ancient teachings, this situation is often called out-of-body experience, or astral projection. In mysticism, it is thought that we have a more subtle and energetic body beyond our physical body. This energy body has the ability to explore different dimensions by moving to the astral plane. It is possible to come across traces of astral travel in ancient civilizations. In ancient Egypt, this concept was called Ka. Egyptians believed that humans had a spiritual body outside of their physical body and thought that this spiritual body traveled to different worlds after death. In the pyramid texts, there are narratives about the souls of the pharaohs ascending to the stars after they died. In Tibetan Buddhism, the Bardo teaching says that the soul can leave the physical body and travel in various intermediate dimensions. In shamanic traditions, astral travel is a technique used to communicate with spiritual guides, see the future, or pass to different worlds. Many shamans claim that they leave their bodies by entering a trance state and that their souls wander in other realms. Similarly, in Hinduism, it is taught that the subtle body called Sukshma Sharira can be separated from the physical world through meditation. When we look at Western esotericism, we see that astral travel has an important place in the theosophy and hermetic traditions. The theosophy movement, which became popular in the 19th and 20th centuries, claims that people can consciously pass to the astral plane and encounter other beings on this plane. Especially names such as occultist Aleister Crowley and mystic Edgar Cayce have argued that astral projection is real and that different spiritual realms can be reached through it. There is one point in common in all these teachings. Human consciousness is not limited to the physical body. Astral travel can be experienced with certain techniques in spiritual development, and this can enable the soul to reach a higher level of awareness. So, is there a scientific explanation for all these mystical narratives? Is astral projection really a spiritual experience, or is it just a game of the brain? Now let's examine how the scientific world approaches this issue. Part 3. How does science explain astral travel? Although astral travel is defined as the separation of the soul from the physical body in mystical teachings, the scientific world examines this phenomenon from a different perspective. So can our souls really leave our bodies and move to different dimensions? Or are all these experiences merely an illusion produced by our brains? First of all, the concept of out-of-body experience has been examined in scientific research, and some explanations have been provided. It has been observed that such experiences occur especially during the transition periods between sleep and wakefulness, or in situations such as extreme stress, trauma, meditation, and hypnosis. It is possible for a person to feel as if they are outside their physical body when different areas of the brain are activated. One of the most important theories supporting this is related to temporal lobe activation. The temporal lobe, located in the temporal region of the brain, is associated with consciousness, memory, and spatial perception. Studies have shown that when there is abnormal electrical activity in the temporal lobe, people feel as if they are separated from their bodies. Some epilepsy patients have been reported to say that they see themselves from the outside during seizures. Another scientific explanation is related to sleep paralysis and hypnagogic hallucinations. Sleep paralysis is a condition in which the body is still asleep and cannot move when the brain starts to wake up. During this time, the person may feel as if they are separated from their body and sometimes see themselves floating in their room or being pulled by an entity. This situation is often confused with astral projection experiences. In addition, the concept of lucid dreaming is similar to astral projection. People who have lucid dreams are aware that they are dreaming and can control their dreams. In such dreams, a feeling of flying, leaving the body, or passing to different dimensions may be experienced. However, scientists say that this is just a simulation created by the subconscious. Another striking issue is the phenomenon known as near-death experiences, NDE. Some people whose hearts have stopped describe watching their bodies from above, passing through a tunnel of light, and even talking to other beings. Brain research suggests that low oxygen levels and extreme stress can cause such experiences. On the other hand, some experiments conducted to prove astral projection have failed. For example, it has been tested whether people who claim to have astral projection can see objects or codes in another room. So far, no experiment has been able to definitively prove that astral projection is a physical reality. In conclusion, the scientific world argues that astral projection is largely an experience related to the brain. However, many people continue to claim that they have had this experience and that it is completely real. So, is it really possible to do astral projection? What techniques are used for this? Now let's take a look at the methods of doing astral projection. Chapter 4, Astral Projection Techniques and Experiences. Many people who say they have experienced astral travel claim that they can reach this state by applying certain techniques. Some say that they experience this process naturally, while others say that they have learned to do astral projection through years of meditation and consciousness studies. So, what are the most common methods used to do astral travel? First, one of the most well-known techniques is called the Monroe technique. This method was developed by Robert Monroe, who did research on astral projection. The method includes the following steps. Relaxation. The person lies on their back in a completely relaxed state. It is important to keep the mind awake while the body is still. Vibration stage. Many people who have astral travel say that they feel an intense vibration in their body. This indicates that the process of separation from the body has begun. Shift of consciousness. The person consciously focuses on moving away from the physical body. Some people state that they feel a sense of lightness and separation from their bodies. Astral exit. People who successfully reach this stage claim that they can freely roam the astral dimension, leaving their physical bodies behind. Another common method is the hallucination induction technique. In this method, the person tries to enter the hypnagogic phase by closing their eyes. In this phase between sleep and wakefulness, consciousness opens and out-of-body experiences can occur. In some traditional techniques, such as high-frequency meditation applied in Tibet, intensive breathing exercises are done to reach this phase. According to those who have experienced it, there are some common elements during astral travel. Silver cord. Most people who have astral travel describe seeing a bright energy rope or silver cord connecting their physical bodies to their astral bodies. Although there are beliefs that if this connection is broken, it is impossible to return to the body, there is no evidence that such an event has occurred. Rising above the physical body. Many people state that they first see their own bodies sleeping in bed from above and then float around in their rooms. Encountering different beings. People who claim to have entered the astral plane say that they communicate with conscious beings or light-like forms there. Tunnel of light indoors. Some people report passing through a tunnel of light or seeing doors opening to different dimensions. One of the most debated issues regarding astral projection is whether or not it is a controlled experience. While some people say that they can perform astral projection consciously and return to their bodies whenever they want, many people state that they experience this experience by chance and cannot fully control it. Although countless experiences have been described regarding the reality of astral projection, the fact that it has not been scientifically proven makes this subject a great mystery. So is astral projection really a phenomenon that can be performed consciously, or is it just a trick our brain plays on us? Now let's gather all this information and think about the reality of astral projection. Chapter 5. Is astral projection real? Conclusion and evaluation. Astral projection is an experience that has been included in mystical teachings for centuries, where it is claimed that the soul can separate from the physical body and pass to different dimensions. Many people from ancient civilizations to modern spiritualist movements have argued that astral projection is real, and some have even said that they can consciously perform this experience. However, the scientific world explains astral projection more as an illusion of consciousness or a perception process produced by the brain in certain situations. In scientific research conducted so far, astral projection has not been shown to be a physically proven reality. Certain tests have been applied to people who claim to have had an out-of-body experience. For example, it has been examined whether they can see an object or a code in another room during astral projection. However, none of these experiments have yielded definitive results. However, it may not be right to say that the astral projection experience is completely fake, because many people say that they have had this experience and feel that it is real. Although it has been scientifically proven that the brain can make a person feel separate from their body in certain situations, it is difficult for those who experience this experience to claim that it is fake. According to mysticism, the physical world is limited by our perceptions, and astral travel is a door that allows consciousness to discover a wider reality. However, from the perspective of science, since all experiences occur in the brain, astral travel is most likely considered a mental phenomenon. In conclusion, whether astral travel is real or not depends entirely on personal experiences and belief systems. While some see it as a journey of the soul, others think it is an illusion of consciousness. However, one thing is certain: the subject of astral travel continues to be a great mystery for both scientists and spiritual researchers. So what do you think? Is astral travel really the soul's transition to a different dimension? Or is it an illusion produced by our brain? Do you think consciousness can transcend the boundaries of the physical body? Don't forget to share your thoughts in the comments. If you are interested in such mystical and unknown topics, you can subscribe to our channel and open notifications to be informed about our new videos. See you in the next video.